There may be more police on the TTC, but that doesn't seem to have curbed the violence, at least not yet. Since Friday, there have been 4 attacks, 2 robberies, and 2 assaults, which is in line with what we'd been seeing prior to police increasing their presence. Community advocates tell us this is no surprise.
It's really unfortunate to hear about these latest incidents, but sadly, it's not surprising because we know that police do not prevent violence.
And it was a violent weekend on the TTC with more attacks than any weekend so far this year, despite 80 additional police officers now patrolling the vast network.
No one should be under the illusion that the police are going to be a solution to this.
On Friday, the same day police boosted their presence, a group of youths allegedly robbed and assaulted a man at Pape subway station before another reported assault minutes later on a TTC bus. Then on Saturday, police say a man assaulted passengers on a streetcar, and later Saturday, a man was robbed at knife point at Yorkdale subway station. This comes after a week of daily stabbings, assaults, and violent robberies on transit, but follows months of escalating safety concerns reported by TTC riders.
It's really irresponsible to see a knee-jerk reaction to the safety concerns we've been hearing about when safety has been identified for so long and experts do have the solutions.
Experts tell us those solutions are complex and multifaceted.
The pandemic seems to have shook loose a whole host of issues in our communities. There's been an uptick in violence and incivility just across our cities, and the TTC is a microcosm of society more broadly. We need to be investing in long-term affordable housing and supportive housing, mental health care, drug treatment facilities. I mean, all of these fit together.
People are taking shelter on the TTC because there is nowhere else safe and warm for them to go. And they are vulnerable to violence because they're taking shelter on the TTC, not the cause of violence. So we need to see investment in the city budget in community supports.
The city is investing an additional $79 million this year in shelter support and housing, and increasing funding for the fairly new community crisis response program by just over $6 million this year. A new city report confirmed the first 6 months of the program saw positive outcomes, with crisis teams successfully diverting 78% of calls received from 911 with no police involvement. But leaders tell us there aren't nearly enough of these types of programs to address the safety concerns we've been seeing.
If we're going to be putting more police on the TTC, then we're just pushing the problem somewhere else. So a police officer is going to move an aggressive person from the TTC onto the street. And then what? It becomes a problem for pedestrians? Absolutely, the Ontario government has the funding to improve our TTC, to invest in mental health, and to address our affordable housing crisis. And they have a responsibility to.
And the city issuing a release just a few minutes ago with further safety measures it is taking starting this week, including adding 20 community safety ambassadors to the system. They'll provide outreach services and 50 security guards. They say they'll also be providing de-escalation training for TTC staff and increasing TTC employee presence in hotspots.